gonna take you guys from this huge warehouse where we are now. You know, it's been several years in the making from the beginning, and we're gonna take you to the very beginning right now. So right now I'm 20 years old and I have a 6,400 square foot warehouse, 2 salon suites, 13 employees in total. But I'm gonna take you back to a time when I was 17 years old and it was just me. When I was about 17 years old, I was doing my own hair and I was doing my mother's hair just like in my house. And then I had an opportunity to work in a hair braiding shop. So I'm gonna show you. It's literally up the street from my warehouse. A long, long time ago. Hey, how you doing? So I used to work in one of those rooms up there, and a couple of the people, I guess they remembered me from several years ago. Alright, I guess the next place we're gonna go to is the old salon. I remember, this is so crazy. I remember like, what, maybe it was 2017. Maybe it was 2017, like Christmas. And I remember it was like Christmas Eve or something. And I had like maybe like 3 clients. And what's so crazy is like the following year, I think. Was it the following year? Or was it 2 years later? What year is it? March 2020. So the following year, 2018, December 31st. I mean, excuse me, not December. No, December 23rd, like right before Christmas Eve. Literally, bro, me and Sai, we did walk-ins. We had clients all the way until 2 in the morning. We did not leave until 2 in the morning. I think that we probably both walked out with like $1,200 that day. But this next salon is kind of where I built my clientele at. I'm very grateful to these people. Well, not all of them, but just, you know, the owner who allowed me to work in there. When I worked in there, I was able to build my clientele, and it was like a much nicer place than that other place. That place had like roaches and like mice and craziness like that. And it's like this place was cleaner and, you know, nicer. Like completely different. Like my seat was like over there. That was like my seat. Oh hey, how you doing? And then Sai's seat was like in front of me. So for the majority of the time that I worked here, I was back downstairs. And then like in like the last couple of months, I was like upstairs. So you can see the difference between this place and the place before. It's a lot better.
How you been?
I'm good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I was like in this room back here. Oh wow. This looks really cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
When I was in here, it was very different there. But I was in here for about like a month or so. And Sai never came up here, but I was up here by myself. And I remember one time me and Simone had a conversation down here, up here, and we'll get into that. That's when we first started talking about like me starting my product line. And like Simone remembers the conversation till this day. Like we were up in this room, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm about to start this product line," and she's like, "Yeah, bro, you should do it." And I was just like, "Okay." And then you see where we're at now. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. So this is the new place. This was the next place that I went. So just a little recap. I first started doing hair in that first place August 1st, 2017. February 2018. February 2018. I stayed there all the way up until what was it? August 2019. So for about a year and a half, I think. Yeah, about a year and a half, about a year and 6 months. And then we were here, and I personally worked here from August, like from September 2019 to March 2020. So I didn't work here for long. because I eventually just stopped doing hair, but I still have the salon suites, and I have stylists who work here now. I just don't understand why the face is so fake. Anybody coming to see you?
Y'all gotta warn me when y'all cut it.
Anybody coming to see you, girl?
We had a
Anyways, this is Chrissy. Look at her. Look at her. This is one of my stylists. This wall. But I painted this wall myself, literally. I was on like a ladder, painting it. I got all types of paint on my shoes, my pants, my arms and everything. This actual design, people like be like, oh, so did you just, like, they really think I just fucking threw the paint on there. Like, they was like, yeah, so you just threw it on there, right? And I'm like, no, it actually was a lot more that went into it. This right here, iconic. The very first oil was sold off of. I had started out selling a lot of stuff. The very first launch, I actually did like everything out of the salon. I filled the bottle. I actually did the packaging as well. It was packages like all over the floor. And I think I might have a video of that as well. And it was so ghetto because I had a client and there was like packages all over the floor. And she had to like step over them like that. And I was like, this was like the first whiteboard. I actually used to write like our sales totals on this. I remember times like, yeah, we sold like maybe like $30 sometimes only in a day of like stuff, like a product. So before I had planned to just like, you know, expand the salon, and you know, since I was leaving I was gonna hire stylists to, you know, still be in here and still continue this going on. So I'm gonna show you, this is the second room that we ended up getting. This is Queen here. We are filming for our YouTube. Queen is actually twinning with me right now. Can I touch your twist? We are twinning. Oh my goodness. She's like my son. Look. Ow. So as you can see, this room is much less decorative, but it's because by the time we moved in here, obviously I had the warehouse. We were doing much more than 300 bottles a week, and I didn't have really the time. But Sai works in here. That's my sister. Queen works in here, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. But this lady who works in here in this room, literally, I remember she was like the first person that inspired me to sell products, because I was like talking about how I was gonna decorate the room, and she actually worked in the other salon too. And she was like, I went in her room, she was like, yeah, come in my room for inspiration. She had like a fridge. She had like the same kind of like setup that I have where I had the products sitting. She had like products on, like mounted to her wall. Kind of looked maybe like this, but it was mounted to the wall. She had products like that mounted up, and she was like, yeah, you should do this. You should sell stuff. I used to sell do-rags. I used to sell like wholesale gel that I got from like another company. It wasn't my stuff. And I sold my oil and like, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff, bonnets. I was selling mad stuff. I was selling everything. And the one thing that sold the best was the oil. So that was when I was like, okay, I know that this product is a star. People love it. It's something that everyone can use. You know, some people were like, you know, I don't wear do-rags. Some people were like, I don't wear bonnets. But everyone was able to use the oil. Some people didn't want the gel. They were like, we don't do our hair at home. We come to the salon. So it was just like, the oil was one thing that everyone's like, yeah, I can use this. So yeah, that was like the first inspiration, little tidbit. It's kind of funny because now she's just like, yo, like, where's my cut? I done told you. I was the one that told you to put these products up here to sell, and now you lit. But it feels like it's so fucking long ago, and it's just like not. Like, I feel like I've been 20 for dumb long. Like, it's crazy to be like, yo, I did this when I was 20. I did that when I was 20. I did this. And it's like, damn, like, niggas is still 20. Like, it's crazy. And I'm not even, like, almost 21 either. Like, I mean, I am and I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna be 21 until next year. That's some shit. We're heading to my mother's house. I'm gonna show y'all kind of like my old room. I hope she's there. Hold up. Because I ain't got no key no more. Hey, Mom, where you at? Okay, great. Fantastic. I'm on my way to your house right now. And can I get my key back? Like, literally like an hour ago.
Oh, is that cold outside?
I feel it.
It's nice. You know, I know you and your sister always love bubbly coats. This is nice.
This is not a bubble.
And this one is from where?
So this was my room. It was not like this when I lived here, obviously. I had like a yoga mat, and this was when I first poured like the first batch of oils like right here. I actually have a picture, and I always post it like, be like where I started and where I'm at now. The first batch of oils I poured with like a pitcher. I had a pitcher, and maybe I don't know if she still has it, but I had a pitcher, a bowl, and a funnel. So I think she probably still has the bowl. This was the bowl, the original bowl that I first mixed the oils in. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, you know, I mixed the oil in here, and then I put it in the pitcher, and then I poured from the pitcher into the bottles with the funnel, and I spilled a lot, and my room smelled like lemongrass for many days. And I first posted the picture, and people were like, oh, can I get some? Can I get it? I want to buy it. People literally bought it before there was even a sticker on it. And I remember MJ had been filling the bottles, and I remember she actually did a couple of videos and everything, and she had them like, you know, lined up here, like over here on the floor. And that second drop, we did 300 bottles, because the very first drop we had sold out in 45 minutes. The very first one. And I remember we were all in here. It was 90 bottles. We were all in here. Ended up being 67 orders in total. Like, our first drop, we grossed like $1,600. And I remember, like, I had to do lock extensions for like 8 hours to make like $1,000. So to do that in 45 minutes, I was like, yo, I'm lit. I'm rich. I'm going to Bloomingdale's. I'm going to Saks Fifth Avenue. Like, I thought I was so lit. You couldn't have told me anything. I remember MJ had been like labeling the poly mailers over here. I think I was downstairs printing out the labels. I printed out the labels from my mother's printer for a really long time. Even when we was doing stuff at the other small room, the iconic little room, the one that's gone viral so much on Twitter. But this was the original room. Still got some oil in here. This is avocado. This is the original room. Look how small this room is. Can you believe this?
No, I can't. I'm not even gonna lie.
We did the 4,000 bottle restock out of here.
I can't believe that.
Yo, bro, we had like a rack right here. There was like one station. You know how every associate has a station now? We had one station. It was up here, and then it was like MJ was sitting here. I don't think you know Crystal, but Crystal was sitting here. Ozzy was sitting here. He was sitting on like a bucket, and MJ had like a real chair. Crystal had a real chair, and I was sitting on Ren's chair. It was like the baby chair. Ren, where your chair at? Look, this is the chair I used to sit on. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I used to sit just on this baby chair, just like this. Fill some oil. You know. Alright, Ren, we out of here. Bye. Look at Ren's little lock. Alright, we out of here. I had made a bulk order for when I started to like do larger restocks. So I had made the jump from a 700 bottle restock to a 4,000 bottle restock just after quarantine. I was just inspired by other entrepreneurs that I was seeing, and then I just decided to take the leap to do a huge restock. And I had made these like super huge bulk orders. I had like invested so much of my own money that I saved from doing hair, literally out of my own personal savings, into doing that restock. You know, probably spent maybe like $30,000 to do it. Just a lot of money. Like, things were more expensive. Shipping fees at that time were crazy. People were just charging more because it was Corona. It was like mid-Corona, like May. Corona didn't really stop until like June, end of June. That's when they started opening the city back up. So, you know, mid-May was when I was trying to get this together. So I had made the orders and I had to send it to an address, and I couldn't get a warehouse. They wasn't trying to give it to me because my sales didn't, you know, match someone that could afford these kinds of places. Even though I was telling them like I'm gonna go from doing hundreds to thousands, they was just like, no, like they wasn't really trying to hear that. You know, they wanted to see some proof. I hadn't really had any proof that I could, like, you know, make enough money to pay these bills, because it was such a huge jump. You know, we went from doing hundreds of bottles to thousands of bottles. You know, we went from making like $10,000 to like $100,000. So people were just seeing like those smaller numbers and not thinking that we'd be able to afford a place like this. But yeah, so we ended up proving that we could do it. We did our first 4,000 bottle restock, and then the 5,000 bottle restock, and then a month later, like 6,000. And then after that, we started doing like 2 drops. We were doing like 5,000 bottle restock, another one, maybe like 10,000 for the full month and everything. And we've been consistent ever since. Still packing, still working. It is now November. So a piece of advice that I can give to young other entrepreneurs is to embrace every stage that you're in. Because by the time, like, I was very motivated during like the Corona period when I wasn't working, and I saw other entrepreneurs still working and making money, and I was like, well, what the fuck? Y'all still making money and I'm out here, I didn't make $1 this month, what the fuck? And that motivated me a lot. But you know, prior to that, I was very happy in every single stage I was in. You know, we were selling hundreds of bottles. I thought I was lit. I thought I was it. Like, you know, don't look at other people too much. Look at them and be inspired, but don't be down on what you're doing. Make sure you trust your process and be happy with your process. You doing your thing. Don't worry about, you know, all of that. Just be happy in your moments and just really be grateful for your journey. You know what I'm saying? You're doing great and you're blessed. Alright, that's it. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, Nia the Lock God. You know, Nia the Lock God Products is my other Instagram. The Lock God Salon if you're trying to get your hair done. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, all that good stuff.